Skadoosh again for the second game of the semi-finals of Open Tour Benelux third week qualifier. I'm still Bobo Joe. That dude over there somewhere, still Bobo Jack. We're Hype Shoutcasting at the 7 a.m. channel. First game, victory for Iron Squad Academy with some crazy Akali plays. MOUCHE Gaming is looking to equal up the scores. Are you ready for this, Bobo Jack?
Born ready, baby. Back to you.
All right, back to me. I hope that we see an Akali ban here because Bad Pie has been having a little bit of an easy streak, let's say. Dominating the laning phase time and time again. 3 games in a row now, so maybe you just need to ban it so it's not such free lane for that mono top lane, you know.
Yeah, Akali ban, haven't seen it yet against this Iron Squad, so I'm hoping or expecting to see it this time around. Iron Squad once again blue side, so they do have first pick. Meaning that if it does not get banned by MOUCHE Gaming, I'm assuming Iron Squad is not going to ban it themselves, and then they will pick it up in the first rotation. And up till now, not a single team has really had an answer against that. As the draft is almost underway, I think we're still waiting on... no, we're not. It is underway, and we're waiting on the first ban now. Not expecting the Akali, of course, on the side from Iron Squad, but the Bard taken away from Drolix. You're not allowed to play that one. And as we said, maybe the Akali ban should come through here from MOUCHE.
Yeah, you're not first pick, so you can't really let it go through once again unless you have the holy answer to this pick, but it seems like no one has had it so far. So they choose to ban out the Yone first. It's probably seen it being played against Dutch community team where yeah, Achilles had a mixed impact on the game, let's say, but it's just such a strong champion, scales so well. And Shaco yet again, no Shaco for Little Dwarf. And a great game on the Xin Zhao, of course, a lot of resources invested in him as well. But I don't think they're that afraid of it since they were able to get the win last game.
Yeah, they can leave the Xin Zhao open. Of course, if it's you know, in there with another team composition, it might be a little bit different. And once again, Akali gets through.
MOUCHE! Why are you doing this?
MOUCHE once again going for Karma here. They take away the Ezreal this time around, which was a problem as well, but I feel like Akali maybe was a little bit more of a problem. Lil. And MOUCHE Gaming, MOUCHE Gaming going for going. I'm too tired for this. MOUCHE Gaming taking Karma once again, and I mean, we could see Karma Lulu again. It did fine in lane. It kept the Xin Zhao alive for really long, but it was not enough for pulling through towards victory. And yeah, might see the Karma mid this time.
Yeah, it is possible against Akali, but yeah, we just don't see her lose. I mean, I haven't really seen a lane where she can't do anything against the opponent. Maybe something like a Darius or a Garen is an option, but you know, if you're not Robba, you don't play Darius, I guess so. It's not gonna come through in this game. Nocturne being locked in once again. I hope that they're not going to do the exact same strat, because then you haven't really learned anything from the previous game. Senna being locked in, and I feel like Senna is still so strong and yet not picked up that much. Just because she scales and she doesn't need farm. And she scales good with those souls. And you can put a huge tank next to her like a Cho'Gath or a Sion. It's just flat value in your team comp that you have with her. You need solid engage to have on her. And if you do pick like a deep dive comp, she can still go tank. Even though Riot nerfed it, but let's say Divine Sunderer is still a solid option for her. As the Vladimir gets locked in for MOUCHE.
Vladimir locked in as yeah, Akali, Senna, and Xin Zhao this time on the side of Iron Squad. MOUCHE Game not allowed to pick that one up this time around as Karma, Nocturne. It looked like they were going for a very similar, if not identical, composition, and Iron Squad said no. This Xin Zhao is mine. Hecarim not being picked up for them this time around. And a Kassadin and a Viego ban here. We haven't seen Kassadin played or banned, so a bit of an unexpected ban here by MOUCHE Gaming. Of course, it does scale as well into the late game, and then together with the Senna and the Akali, it would be a bit of an annoying late game on the side of Iron Squad, as Tristana is the last ban for MOUCHE Gaming, and now 17 seconds on the clock for the last ban on the side of Iron Squad. Maybe a jungler taken out.
Maybe Gwen. Gwen is still open.
I mean, it was open the entire draft last game as well. Nothing happened with her. They could take away Hecarim, I guess. They're not playing it themselves. And they're taking their absolute longest.
Jinx? Jinx is still open. Last time around it was banned. It can still be sped up by the Karma. There are options for her to carry this game. And, I mean, having a ranged option against the Senna is good in the bot lane. So I wouldn't mind having Karma support next to a Jinx against the draft that has come out of Iron Squad so far.
And now Kiana being hovered here. It's gonna not be her, of course, but they swap it over towards Set. And now they have Vladimir and Set, two very sustainy laners. Pretty tanky, survivable laners as well. So that's gonna help them out to survive the laning phase.
They can still swap around Karma and Set for the support role, so they still have some flexibility in this draft depending on what Iron Squad is gonna lock in. Now Carlos, I don't know. Oh, they do lock it in effectively, of course.
Arthur Senna.
Jungler from Iron Squad can do it if he doesn't wanna go Xin. Can put it in the mid lane so as well. These flex picks, it does surprise me often how much champions are flexible these days. I mean, 5 seasons ago it was pretty straightforward, and now he picks a champion and it can do all 5 roles, as Lucian is getting locked in, who is also a flex.
I'm assuming Lucian's gonna go into the mid lane. Akali will go top probably again for Ion Squad, and then Xin jungle and Senna Karthus bottom. That's what I'm thinking.
You think Senna Karthus bottom? Yeah, it's possible. Senna has the heals to make sure that Karthus survives with...
You go Senna Xin bot, I guess.
I guess. It's so... I mean, they made the job for analysts and casters so hard with all these flex picks. Why can it just not be, oh look, it's a Sion, he goes top. It's a Tristana who goes bottom. Oh no, wait, Tristana is also a mid laner now. It's crazy. As Kiara is effectively locked in as the last pick, and damage. It is just what it is. Tanks are a thing of the past, and these two teams, they wanna rip each other to pieces with these two drafts that are locked in.
Yep. Both teams just going for basically full damage. Iron Squad maybe even a little bit more than MOUCHE Gaming, as they do have the Set who can go somewhat tanky as well, or he can go very tanky, but he probably won't. And yeah, what's the bottom lane on MOUCHE Gaming going to be this time around? What are we saying?
I would say Karma. You don't want to put a melee laner against Senna because it's just free
Who
stacks.
else?
Karma, Vladimir?
Question mark? Set top Kiana mid,
I mean,
Nocturne jungle? Could be.
It is almost ungankable, you know, the bot lane for MOUCHE Gaming. They go Vladimir, Karma. It's so hard to get kills there, especially if you do not have the lockdown. I mean, Seda can hit a bind, but still, there's not really any CC follow-up there. So I don't know, I feel like that is an option, but we'll have to wait and see. They can swap the Vladimir to any lane. Vladimir against Akali, I don't know if that's what you would want. Vladimir doesn't have any, like, doesn't really have much MR from his own. So gets kind of stacked out by Akali pretty fast. But of course, can become a monster as well, and has the freely to build Spirit Visage in his kit.
As the draft has been completed, and we do indeed see the Akali top, Xin jungle, Lucian mid, Karthus Senna bottom on the side of Iron Squad Academy. And then MOUCHE Gaming going for a set top, Nocturne jungle, Kiana mid, and Vladimir Karma gonna finish up in the bottom lane, as we talked about before. Another interesting bottom lane here by MOUCHE Gaming. But also an interesting bottom lane from Ion Squad here now. So, you know, who's to say what's going to happen this time around? If Ion Squad, of course, wins this one as well, they go 2-0 through this best of 3 series and go straight into the finals. MOUCHE Gaming going to want to find some revenge here and try and make it a 3-game series here. We'll have to see if they're actually able to do it, or they potentially fail and go 2-0.
I mean, this draft is actually really wacky, especially from MOUCHE Gaming, and I like it. I think Zed will fare better into Akali than what they have tried so far with the Silas and the Kami, I believe. They've, or at least what we've been seeing today against the Iron Squad. You know how Akali jumps behind you with her ult?
Yes.
Zed can just grab you by the collar and smash you into his own turret, so if Badpie misplays it with the ultimate, it's an easy setup for Razorback to outplay. And also, it's not so easy to dive a Zed because he has the Facebreaker and the Haymaker if needed to like really pump up his resistance there in the fight. So I don't want to say this is a win for Razorback because, I mean, Badpie has been balling on Akali all day, but he might be able to do something here.
2 minutes delay left for us before we get into this second and potentially final game of the semis here between Ion and MOUCHE. Remains, once again, the best name in the game. Who are we giving it to? Is Ion taking it home here? Or is MOUCHE gonna come in for the reverse sweep potential?
To be honest, draft-wise, I kind of want MOUCHE Gaming to win, just because they're thinking out of the box, and I appreciate that, especially with Vladimir Karma picking up the Kiana once again. I like that, but Iron Squad Academy has been looking so solid so far. I mean, remove the names and I would say MOUCHE, the red side here, can take it, but I have to say Iron Squad Academy, they've been playing too clean, especially the fights later on. Badpie's flank last game really impressed me. So
he's on the Akali again.
Yeah, the fact that MOUCHE didn't ban the Akali is just such a red flag for me. So I gotta say Iron Squad has the edge here.
Of course, maybe this time they do find the answer for Akali with Set in the top lane. That might be the one they're looking for. If Little Dwarf on this Nocturne can kind of try and focus down Badpie's Akali, then maybe they could find it. They have the setup there with Phase Break, with Paranoia, of course. The fear from Nocturne is in there as well. Another thing that's noteworthy is that Ollie is playing once again for Iron Squad here, and so they swapped him out again. Swapped him in, sorry, again. And yeah, his first performance on Xin Zhao here. Going to be interesting to see if he's actually able to pull it off as well as Little Dwarf did last game.
Well, he doesn't have a Karma and a Lulu to boost him, but
It's going to be more difficult,
it's gonna be difficult.
to say the least.
I mean, Senna can boost a little bit, but I feel like Senna is gonna have a rough lane against Karma Vladimir, because not that easy to get stacks. Karma will normally try to poke you constantly, however Vladimir's range isn't that huge. We'll have to see how they play that one out. I feel like bot lane is the place to be for Little Dwarf to camp, because Senna card is both immobile, very squishy. There are some possibilities there.
We're on the rift, ladies and gentlemen, between these two teams, Ion Squad Academy and MOUCHE Gaming. Best of 3, game 2, where Ion Squad took the first... Okay, that's a cool skin from the Senna. Anyways, where Ion Squad took the first game here, and MOUCHE is looking for their first win here against Ion Squad, of course, trying to find the reverse sweep, the 1-1 at least, looking for a 3-game series here. If not, Ion Squad goes 2-0, and yeah, they're gonna skadoosh their way to the finals. Can Caster see chat? Yes, we can.
We can, and sometimes we wish we didn't. Sometimes.
And there it is.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
But mostly we do. Love you all.
But mostly we do, yes. Nothing too crazy here in the early game. Both teams not going for any invades, of course. No hooks, no flashy, stunny possibilities here. And yeah, another thing we need to touch on is that Kiana has been picked up. Haven't seen her at all, basically, in Open Tour. Or anywhere else, for that matter, I think.
You know,
yeah.
When I see Kiana, I always need to think about Dreamzy, like the first mid laner from KV Mechelen in the Belgian league. Because he spammed him every game yet again. So that is the thing that I see. And Kiana, she's really strong. She can just one-tap someone mid-jump. So if Kanai Mandarin is able to get to that point, then it's huge. And ooh, look at Resurrect. He is so mad at Bad Pie for the last game. He's like, I'm gonna punch this Akali in the face.
You can play Akali, but I don't care. Here's my fist. Fist of Fury. What is that from again? Fist of Fury?
No, it's Knuckle Down, I think.
No, but Fist of Fury is from something else. I'm just trying to remember what it's from.
Isn't that the TFT item? Or no, that's
Never
Fist of the
mind.
Gods.
No, that's what? No, it's a thing that someone says in a game or a TV series. Chat, we can read you. Please help.
Fist of Fury. Look it up. Google someone.
Anyone, please? Anyways, we can see here in the bottom lane, GG Sir and Azarium. They are taking control over this lane. Slightly. And Skittles being thrown out. Who's the farmer on this in this bottom lane? It's gonna be Karthus, of course. Stupid question.
Yeah. Senna is just gonna farm those bullets up in the bot lane. And you can see the pressure that they put there. They really are zoning them. Senna already bigger range from level 1. It's not gonna go any better the way the game is going. And look at Toby. He needs to have his dancing shoes as fast as possible because
there's Razorrack. He's in from behind. Zaron is gonna go down. First blood is for Set here. No worries. And yeah, that's a good start for MOUCHE.
I like that. They're like, okay, these boys are gonna push, they're gonna be annoying. Teleport level 3, let's giggity. First blood for Razorrek, and that's what he wants. He wants to get a little money in the pocket. He's gonna return to his lane with 400 gold. Longsword picked up, and he's gonna try not to lose that much farm under the turret there. That would be huge if he can pick most of the wave up.
Drolix is gonna go in for a little bit of a stun on GG. Sir is able to break the tether right on time. And Zero does go down, doesn't use his heal there, would have died regardless, so good job by him holding on to that one. And yeah, teleport by Set is down. Bad Pie, by the way, this time around going for teleport flash, whereas last game he went for a teleport ignite game. So a little bit different, not as kill pressure heavy as last game against the Set.
Especially with that first blood that he has been able to pick up, we can see Mandarin, he is struggling to farm against his Achilles. Of course, the range advantage from Lucian is so oppressive, especially if the other one is melee, then yeah. Not much CS you can touch there. He's gonna need some help from Little Dwarf to do something, but Kiana, she usually shines after she can start roaming, she can engage with the jungler, then the damage is just there, so no worries so far.
Razorrek on the first blood, a little bit of extra gold there. He's slightly ahead, 500 gold more or less of the Akali, so he was able to pick up the longsword and the boots. But of course, Akali has the Doran's Ring and Darkseal. Facebreaker onto Bad Pie. Look at the damage from Razorrek, gonna use the Haymaker as well, and Bad Pie going really aggressive here for some minions. Might get dove in the top lane, but Ollie is hanging around there as well.
And look at Kanai Mandarin just shoved under the turret, needs to drop that CS as well. Just trying to stay in experience range that he doesn't lose out on that one. So mid lane is rough for MOUCHE Gaming, top lane is rough this time around for Iron Squad Academy, which is not something that we've seen so far, Bad Pie on Akali. And bot lane still annoying from the side of Iron Squad Academy. No teleport available this time around, but of course Little Dwarf is almost level 6, so once that happens he is able to set up some plays.
Yeah, and the thing we need to be watching here, in my opinion, is still going to be Bad Pies Akali, because of the fact that he had so much pressure, so much activeness in these past few games. And he's the guy to watch. They didn't ban it, of course. It has been picked up once again. So is he going to be able to pull his team through this one as well? Or is it going to be MOUCHE Gaming? Of course, Razorak, has picked up first blood, but he's behind some CS. The wave is pushing into him, though. So he has some CS left coming his way. Meanwhile, 20 farm ahead in the mid lane for this Lucian.
Yeah, Akil has no problem gaining control over this lane. Meanwhile, bot lane from Iron Squad Academy has backed, so this gives a free Drake towards MOUCHE Gaming's little dwarf. He can pick that up without any contest. It's gonna be a mountain Drake, not the biggest Drake, since they do not have any tanks that they are gonna build that much resistance. But yeah, first free Drake for MOUCHE.
MOUCHE Gaming picking this one up. Not a lot, of course, that is lost here for Iron Squad, as Drake, one of the game being picked up. For MOUCHE, Ocean Drake is going to be the next one. We're not going to see that soul. That does mean that we could see an Infernal Soul. Could, of course, be a Cloud Rift as well. That's both still up in the air. Not 100% sure what's going to happen there. And yeah, the Paranoia in the bottom lane is going to be used. Fear is going to come through. The bind, however, it's going to be enough. It's a trade. It's a 1-for-1 eventually. Nocturne going to go down, and now Ollie is down in the bottom lane as well. Drawlix
on a slow maybe.
And slow them. Is it going to be enough? Flash from Ollie is going to find Drawlix eventually. He's going to go down. Flash from Drawlix into the wall, I believe, as he completely botched that one. And it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Ion.
Ion pulling back on that Paranoia ultimate, so not the biggest value for MOUCHE Gaming there. Meanwhile, you do see that Bad Pie is giving more respect in this top lane to Razorak. In the previous matchups, when he hit the Shuriken with the E, he would fly in every time to out-trade him, and this time he hits it and he's like, he's gonna punch me in the face, so I'll rather not.
Razorak doing quite a lot of damage with that haymaker, of course, true damage. He jumps in, dunks in, Bad Pie goes down. That's a 1v1 kill. 15 seconds on the Akali. If Razorak can push in this wave on time, Akali doesn't have teleport, he's gonna lose. Ooh, that's a big wave. Well, he's gonna lose a big wave. Ollie's there to catch it up.
Yeah, and this is a big confidence boost for Razorak as well. After you've been slapped last game by Bad Pie's Akali, must feel good to get that solo kill. He's 2-0-0, was able to push that wave on her turret. So yeah, if Ollie isn't gonna intervene, that lane is gonna be good for Razorak for a while.
Yeah, Razorak should be fine. Your Leeching Leer picked up by Akali though. Ooh, the Drawlix getting bound?
Binded? Bound?
Exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Well, we still don't know, but yeah, I think both is fine. I think probably it's bound, but let's just say binded just because it sounds
English
easier.
And stuff.
English, por favor. Izzy, please. You're our Brit on the scene.
Yep.
Heal.
Easy. Let us know in chat what it actually is. Binded or bound or both.
I think
well,
it's bound.
Toby got binded, bound, both.
Got booted. Oof, Toby taking some damage, trying to heal there with his transfusion. And I mean, he's able to survive.
Paranoia once again on the bot lane.
Through here onto Karthus this time around is going to be enough. No, Little Dwarf gets exhausted and needs to run away from the turret aggro. Ollie in the top lane. Requiem's going to come down. Is this going to be a kill onto Razorak? It could potentially be, as Ollie is going to dive in, and yes it is. With the execute, shut down for Bad Pie, and that's going to give him some extra gold, and he's back in the game.
That was
question mark?
Great.
I don't know, is he?
Yeah, you are the Brits. If you don't know, no one knows. By the way, it was a huge play from Iron Squad. They're able to play around Paranoia pretty well on the bot lane, while they are gonna take the first turret down, potentially getting a second charge from the Herald, the second tier turret on the top lane. Little Dwarf is hanging around, but I'm not sure if he can do much against Ollie's Xin Zhao at this point. Maybe if Razorek is there, you can see Drolix moving as well, but they are gonna respect this. Not gonna go too far as the charge has been dealt.
Drolix in the top lane. 3 people there, and the spidey senses of both Bad Pie and Ollie were tingling, and they decide to back off. Good juke there by Achilles, basically juking the entire Kiana combination. 19.4k gold to 16.8. There's almost a 3k gold lead at 11 minutes, and the kills are dead even. Plating's OP.
Yeah, the gold that you get before 40 minutes is so huge. That's why often people trade the dragon out for the herald, just because they feel like the gold value will help them win the fights later, so that when the drakes matter they can pick those up. Next dragon is gonna spawn in 15 seconds. It is an ocean dragon, so in comparison to the last game there will not be an ocean soul on the board. However, Infernal Rift is still a possibility, which is also huge, especially for these high damage comps that these two teams have drafted yet again. Drolix is standing here, might get caught out, but karma base damage, just, you know, karma.
It's just karma. And Razorek trying to punch his way to victory. Paranoia gonna be used here in the bottom lane once again. Ollie gonna be the focus of this one, but of the joke. Look at the heals though.
Heal.
He's gonna
He's still
continue
going.
to stay alive for super long. It's not gonna be enough, however, as GG and Azeron weren't really in position to help Ollie out there. He gets taken down. The second Drake of the game is gonna go towards MOUCHE Gaming as well, and that means we're gonna see what the Rift is gonna be on the map this time around. Come on, Infernal Rift, let's go.
No, it is a Cloud Rift, but still, that was a great call from MOUCHE Gaming to get a pick on Ollie right before the Drake start. That's what you want. Just make sure there is no smite on the side of the enemy team, so you don't have a chance to flip this objective. It is a Cloud Rift, not the Rift that they wanted to see when you have the Drake advantage, but still can have some value for them as Razorek and Bad Pie at it again. The Showstopper comes in, the shield from the Dawning Shadows as well, but Razorek still going low. No, the card assault is not gonna make it, and that is a pickup by GG Sir. Made a Requiem.
Requiem from GG Sir coming in hot. Communication was on fleek for the guys of Iron Squad. Bad Pie saying, guys, I wanna kill him, I'm gonna go greedy, I might die, could you just use Requiem please, and then I don't have to go greedy? And skadoosh. That's what happened.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't fair, because he got both the Senna ult and the card ult. Like, the whole bot lane from Iron Squad intervened in that 1v1, making that Razorek lost, because if they don't ult, Razorek wins that 1v1.
That's true. Razorek was probably going to win that one if the Requiem didn't come through, but it did. And you have to take into account all day that Requiem is always a thing, of course.
That means that, yeah, GG Sir is 2-0-2. Meanwhile, another Paranoia going on the mid lane. Good flash by Achilles, can call him back. And yeah, flash blown, exhaust blown. Achilles lives.
A good flash there by Achilles getting rid of that one. Has to use his exhaust as well to stop the Little Dwarf from continuing the dive there. And eventually with the culling he blows Little Dwarf's flash as well. So eventually flash for flash. Exhaust was used there as well, but of course that's what it's there for. And yes, nothing's really gonna happen. 2k gold here lead still for Iron Squad. Kills are dead even. 2 Drakes of course for this MOUCHE Gaming team. 2 more left and they'll be on the Cloud Soul. And that's still at least 7 or 8 minutes away.
See
There's a little brawl in the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's getting that ward no matter what. Doesn't matter if Azeron gets some stacks. Meanwhile, Razorek and Bad Pie going at it again. This time, a good trade in favor for Bad Pie. Razorek does need to respect this, as you don't want to get back in that scenario for last game where Akali can just solo kill you freely over and over again. We haven't talked about Toby so far. He's playing the Vladimir bot, a very anti-meta pick. He's 1-0-2. Is he gonna be able to make the difference here?
Vladimir, of course, one of those champions where once he hits a certain power spike, he's it does ridiculous amounts of damage.
Oh,
it's
there he
almost
goes.
deceptive amounts of damage, and this is maybe one of them, as Paranoia is going to be used as well. Nearsighted, thank you very much. You're not going to be able to do anything. Akali is in the bottom lane. He's going to try and continue on. This Drolix is going to go low, going to exhaust, going to go down, however. And that's Toby finding the kill onto Ollie. A 1-for-1 in total between these two teams, and they both decide to disengage.
It's funny, right? When we talk about it, is Toby 4 gonna be able to do something? It's like he hears and he goes for the dive. The extreme display of talent is being used, but it doesn't hit anyone. He gets taken out.
Mandarin goes down. Razorback with the haymaker. Does he find it? Oh, he gets hit with the tip of Little Dwarf's Q. And then with the fear, it should be enough to take down Achilles as well. He's going to try his best. Red buff is ticking, and that's going to take him down. Meanwhile, Azeron and GG Sir trying to take down this bottom lane turret. They don't do that much damage onto it, of course, with the two of them. They're gonna try their best. Drake spawning in 35 seconds. And both teams are gonna want to go for this, because otherwise, if Ion Squad get this one away as well, and they are gonna be on soul point on the side of MOUCHE, and then they have to be careful.
That being said, Azeron has 58 stacks at this point, so he is stacking up almost at the 60 stacks minute mark. Of course, every 20 gets increased range. His draw legs is being slowed by the Wall of Pain, but he is able to speed himself out of there as Toby goes in once again. He is very low though.
He tries to go in, uses that pool to get out of this one. Is GG Sir gonna find it with a phase rush? He runs really fast, but he doesn't get out of there. And now Drolix is gonna try to survive. Not gonna happen, of course. Stands still even at the end. And that's yeah, that's a dead Karma. Ion Squad taking Prio over the bottom side of the map, and that's going to probably be Drake for them. Ollie going to find one, jumps in to the Kiana, not going to be enough to find a kill, as they do zone them away this way, of course. And now Paranoia going to be used
once again
down as well by Set. Look at Razorback going to get exhausted here. Akali's going to be part of the party now as well. Bad Pie going to jump in, does some damage, leaves Achilles to battle it out with. Razorback should be able to find the kill. Yes, he does, as Bad Pie is in the backline doing damage. Kiana's not going to be able to do anything here. Ollie together with his team, and that's a double kill for Lucian. Now Nocturne's in a little bit of trouble. Ollie's going to start the Drake. Bad Pie and Achilles are going to look for Nocturne. He's going to be able to jump out of this one, however, as the Drake should eventually go towards Ion Squad, but there are Karma and Vladimir as well trying to stop them, as the culling in the mid lane has been used as well. Little Dwarf goes low. Really a lot of back and forth. Eventually, it's Ion Squad winning the fight, I think, and picking up Drake.
We've been talking about the Drakes before, and actually these Cloud Drakes are really good for the side of Ion Squad Academy, because they give cooldown reduction on the ultimate, and if there's one champion in the game that you just love to have ult cooldown reduction up, it's the Karthus. He gets to do more Requiems, more damage on the whole squad. It's just so good on him. Bad Pie is looking for Toby 4, knows that he can assassinate him if he gets the right skills off. However, Drolix is there. They might turn it around here.
Bad Pie is going to try and do the damage onto Toby. Does he still have the pool? He dashes out of that one. Shield going to come through.
Oh,
Requiem's going to get popped. Well, it's going to be enough. GG's are finding the damage. And now Mandarin going to look to find Bad Pie. Knocks him into the turret. Just not enough, but it's going to be fine with the dash and the Q. He's gonna find the damage. Paranoia now gonna be used in the mid lane. Good dash, sick flash by Little Dwarf, gonna jump in from behind. Azeron has no idea where to go. Communication is not 100%, as Little Dwarf is now in a little bit of a pickle. The damage is gonna come through. He's just trying to run movement speed, 1 or 2 more auto attacks. Yes, thank you very much. Lucian picking that one.
Oh, he still had the Gale Force left, so he was never in any real danger at all. Just baited Little Dwarf into his whole team. And GG Sir's Requiem did so much damage already. He's 3-0-7 on the Karthus. This is such a bad news for MOUCHE Gaming. I mean, they are fighting, they're skirmishing, but every time they're low, he can just pick them up now without any contest. Razorrock gonna try to find an angle here.
Ooh, they're gonna go for another engage here, as Baron is still alive. The dunk from Set is gonna be enough to pick up one, but he goes down himself. And now Vladimir jumping into the fray. He goes down immediately. Zeron is gonna get popped. No, he's not. And it's gonna be Iron Squad picking up another double kill for Lush, and that's gonna be an ace, almost ace. And Baron for them. Iron Squad so much stronger than MOUCHE at this point.
It is a game that is going out of control yet again. We have seen Iron Squad Academy and MOUCHE Gaming in the first game head to head. It's going really equal. There are fights going in favor of both sides, and then at some point Iron Squad Academy just takes it over. They are 8k gold ahead on their counterpart. They have a 7-1-1 Achilles on the Lucian, 3-1-10 Cardis for GG Sir. I mean, it is very difficult to come back from this, especially since Razorek is 2-5 again. He's been playing very good in the top lane, but he just can't convert it into a win.
At this point, MOUCHE is not really finding what they're looking for. The Qiyana pick not really coming in as strong as MOUCHE probably would have hoped. 1-2-2. 50 CS behind, and now Toby's going to be in trouble as well.
On a Karthus, yeah.
Karthus Requiem is going to come through. Heal from Toby, is it going to be enough? I hiccup there, and no, it's not going to be enough. Requiem picking that one up as the teleport from Razorek was used there as well. And now Baron up wave, pushing in to the lanes of Team MOUCHE Gaming.
They're pulling the trigger again. Can they do something here?
Paranoia gonna be used, they're gonna find a shutdown onto Lucian. It's gonna be enough of one for MOUCHE. They're gonna... All the damage from Bad Pie is ridiculous. Little Dwarf should be going down here as well. Good Zonya's there by Bad Pie, stopping the fear from basically going off. And that's a ace. An ace for Isle. I didn't even realize. They just killed everybody.
This is about the same time that they've ended the previous game, also with the Baron on the bot lane getting an ace. So it is a scary deja vu if you're on the side of MOUCHE Gaming at this point. The game is running out of control for them. They can't really get a grip on anything. Razorek isn't able to tank Bad Pie anymore. Little Dwarf can't do anything with his ult. He goes in, but he's just getting peeled off time and time again. Lucian has a dash, Gale Force. I mean, it is not impossible to win this, but it is super hard at this point. With Karthus being scaled as he has so far, he has the Magi's as well, 10 stacks going for him. Yeah, they need to find a pick, but how and when, it is so difficult.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that they'll be able to find a pick at this point. How do you find a pick with a comp that wants to go in? Unless one of the guys on Iron Squad is so far out of position that the rest can actually pick him off and not lose anything on the other side of the map. That's always a big risk, of course. Drake has spawned. That's Cloud Drake number 2 going towards Iron Squad. They need 2 more for the soul. They might find it. They might end actually
Toby
before.
getting deleted by Achilles here. Can he get... No, he cannot get away. It is the 8th kill for Achilles.
Yeah, that's an 8-2 and 3 Lucian. 4-1 and 13 on this Karthus, by the way, as well. Bad Pie, another good showing on Akali, 4-3 and 8. Ollie showed up in his substitute game on Xinzao, 4-2 and 6. 2-2, 17 and 0 on the Senna. It's looking to be pretty much over as Bad Pie does way too much damage. Requiem gonna come through. Good Qiyana ult here onto Bad Pie. He's gonna go down eventually. Shutdown is for set. He's gonna dunk Achilles into his team, except there is no team there. As he goes down, Little Dwarf and Qiyana, the only 2 surviving. Paranoia going to be used. Good exhaust there by the Karthus as well. GG, sir, is going to be able to pick him up. No, it's going to be Achilles with the Achilles steal. Huh?
You know what? I'll give it to you. This was a good one. I'll give you a point for that one.
Yay.
But you're still the worst. That being said, Iron Squad Academy is destroying MOUCHE Gaming's base, as well as MOUCHE Gaming that's still in it. Toby is trying what he can with the Vladimir, but it's just not working out, as Drawlex falls as well, and the Nexus turrets are being smashed.
It is going to be Iron Squad, the guys going through to the final. Of course not against Thrill because they're not here. We'll have to see who their counterpart is going to be in this final, as Razorek is putting down the last time. Is going to be enough. Bad Pie going to jump in. Zonya's good job by him staying alive there. And GG's are picking up Razorback. Mandarin left the game. Of course he did, because they lost. And the game is over. Iron Squad Academy going to be the one going through to the finals. MOUCHE Gaming strands in the semis of this third qualifier of the Open Tour.
Yeah, GG Iron Squad Academy. Wonderful performance. 4 games in a row basically, with the quarterfinals as well. Just really dominating with the same strat over and over again. We must say it as it is. They always have those multiple threats on their side. With the Akali in the top lane, for some reason, gets through every time. So both teams played well. Iron Squad made it through. I'm just wondering if they get to now they get to the finals, will their opponent have an answer for this draft, for this kind of draft, this multiple threat? Will they maybe, ban the Akali? Who knows? Is it an option? Is it not?
Pick it up themselves.
Pick it up themselves.
They have to do something with or against the Akali. Bad Pie definitely showing that he has the Akali under control. When he's playing it, he knows what's going on. He knows how to play her almost to perfection. And making Iron Squad not having lost a single game yet this qualifier. And that is, of course, thanks to the entire team. And Lucian showing up really strong as well. GG, sir, on this card. That's just pressing R to win. Good job. Iron Squad going 2-0. And the other semi-final between Starland Gaming and Zen IT, or Zen It, I believe is yet to start. So
so there's gonna be a really long break, which means we will be out for today. But of course, Easy from 7am is friendly enough to be hosting Jinsane games, so you can still follow all the action right there. That being said, thanks everyone once again for cheering these guys on as they are playing. And we will be back again for more Open Tour next week, Saturday, for the last and fourth qualifier of this split for 7am once again. So see you there at 12 and have a great Sunday.
Thanks for watching. Bye.